So tell me about yourselves.
So I'm John Aaron.
And I'm Elaine Retholtz, and we're both certified Mindfulness Based Stress Reduction teachers, and we're both on the Teachers Council here at New York Insight. And what we hope to do today is to describe a bit about mindfulness-based stress reduction and hopefully answer some of your most common questions.
I've heard so much about mindfulness-based stress reduction. What is it?
That's a great question, and it can be answered on so many different levels. At the most basic level, it's a curriculum that was developed in 1979 by Jon Kabat-Zinn, and he wanted to find a way to bring the benefits of meditation and yoga practice to people who would never go to a retreat center or to a yoga studio. And I often smile when I think about that as I pause and consider the changes that have come about in the past 38 years. So the class, the curriculum, the bones of the class is that we meet for 8 weeks. The classes are 2.5 hours each. There's an all-day class between the 6th and 7th week that's a practice day. And then there's ongoing practice that I'll say a little bit more about in a little while. And in the class, we practice and learn formal mindfulness practices, including a body scan and some gentle mindful yoga and different meditations that are mindful meditations. And then we also do inquiry and investigation, discussion of what we're discovering as we practice during the week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very comprehensive curriculum. So this 2.5 hours a week, people ask, well, how could it possibly, what can you do in 2.5 hours? And so each class integrates a certain amount of formal practice as well as informal practices that unfold. And really this inquiry, as facilitators of the class, we help each participant sort of understand what their experience is and really keep them fully present with that experience, and each student learns from every other student. So the class itself over time becomes a teacher. And I always tell people by the end of the 8 weeks, they will have a whole toolkit of practices that they can use. But I think the most important thing is that it's about integrating practice with life. And that's really key to the whole experience.
There's a way in which, in a very real way, that this is not a lecture at all, it's really a lab. In the study of the lab, what we're studying is our own hearts and minds and experience and habit patterns. And so to support this, there's ongoing practice every day that we're in the course. And some of that practice is actually the mindfulness practices of body scan, yoga, and meditation. But the rest of it is to really bring that lens to the rest of our lives, to bring this kind and curious and mindful attention to whatever we're doing, whether it's eating a meal or walking the dog or scooping the kitty litter or walking to the subway or taking a shower. And in that, we learn that actually meditation and mindfulness isn't just something that we do in an odd position with our eyes closed for however long we're practicing, but rather it's something that accompanies us and supports us throughout our daily lives.